Doctor Strange is the 14th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is directed by Scott Derrickson, and stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. When they first cast Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, I was a little bit nervous and uneasy because I've seen him everywhere at this point. He's everywhere all the time. But as soon as they released that first image of him, I was completely sold. I was on board. For some of the positives for the movie, the performances are pretty good, especially Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. I thought she did a really good job. She was another casting choice that I was kind of uneasy on, but she really knocked it out of the park with the character. Same with Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He did really well. Mads Mikkelsen, even though his villain was a little underdeveloped, he did really well with what he was given. And Chiwetel Ejiofor, who probably has the coolest name in Hollywood. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Chiwetel Ejiofor. The visual effects for this movie are absolutely stunning. I can't even describe to you what this movie looks like. It's crazy, out there, insane. The only way I can describe to you is the movie is very Steve Ditko in how it looks. If you check out some of the stuff that Steve Ditko has done with Doctor Strange, just imagine that as live action. That's what this movie looks like. The car crash at the beginning of the movie of how he gets his hands injured and he needs to go on his journey to go see the Ancient One. That car crash is brutal and hard-hitting. It really just is right in your face and visceral, which is something that I expect from this director who does more horror stuff, and so I'm expecting more in-your-face visceral things from him, which is exactly what I got. Moving into some of the negatives that I had with the film, as per Marvel usual, the villain is a little bit underdeveloped. He doesn't do a whole lot, but Mads Mikkelsen does work well with what he's given. There's a lot of focus on Doctor Strange himself, so there's not a lot of scenes without him in it, so if he's not right there, there's not a lot of room for development for other characters. There's also a lot of heavy exposition in this movie. They take their time to explain what's going on, which definitely makes sense with the movie because of what they're doing. All the different weird magic-y stuff, it needs to be explained or you're just going to kind of sit there not knowing what's going on. So I don't blame them for that, but I do wish there was a little bit less of it. One of the problems I have with this movie too is I don't really know when it takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially because they did that Stephen Strange name drop in The Winter Soldier. I think this movie covers over years, but they're not really clear on that. I wish they took more time in explaining when things happen and how much time things covered, because there is a part when Rachel McAdams is saying, oh, you've been gone for all this time, but how much time is that? We don't find out, we don't know, and I wish that we did so that I could know exactly how it fits. This movie really is its own thing. Without getting into spoilers, it doesn't really tie into the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all as a whole. You could watch this movie just on its own merits, and you're going to be just fine. You don't have to watch the other 13 movies, don't worry. Overall, the movie is really good. I did enjoy it quite a bit. I don't think it sits among the pantheon of Captain America Civil War or Guardians of the Galaxy or the first Avengers movie. I don't think it's quite on that level. It's more on the level of Captain America the First Avenger. It's a very good origin story, introduces you to the character, and I just can't wait to see what they do next with him. So that's it for my review. Thanks for watching. You can check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to me, and see more videos as I put them out. Thanks.